Okay, so we just need to add our saying image in there, and we've already got a lot of this code written, and I'm looking specifically at the add emoji image. So we're going to want to do something just like this, but obviously we'll change this around to add saying image, right? And let's go up to the tippy top of the file again. All right, so we've already put in here things like the sayings array. We don't have, oh, we do have our saying image. All right, so that's already in here. What we do need to do though is make a selected num type variable for our sayings. And let's just call this selected num, maybe sayings, right? Saying int, and we'll start that off at 0. So let's come back over here, add saying image, and go through and change this up. So this will be our saying image, and it can use the same exact frame size and height, I think. So just that image container. So saying image.image, this will be our saying array with the selected num saying, which by default will end up being 0. And what is the complaint here? Well, here, I'll start replacing these out. Well, give it a moment to think, right? And then again, well, all right, what is going on here? Oh, sayings array. All right, well, there we go. So let's go ahead and copy this part, and again, we'll use the whatever essentially that image name ends up being, plus location, scale, rotate for the defaults. And okay, here, you know what, let me go ahead and just replace all these at once, and then I'll work back. Okay. All right. I think that gets it. Are we still seeing any traces of the emoji in here? All right, so we obviously have to call our add saying image, and we'll do that in setup emoji mode. So we'll do this after we add our emoji image, call that. And while we're thinking about it, remove items from emoji mode. We're going to want to include in here our, oh, you know what? It's getting added inside of our image container, so that gets removed with all that other stuff. Okay, so don't have to worry about that. So let's come back down here, add saying image. Certainly what we're going to want to do is call this again anytime that we change change that particular picker wheel. So let's go to our picker view, did select image, and yes, we're certainly missing an else statement in here, aren't we? So we're going to say else if, right, a component equals 1, and this is our sayings column, then that means that our selected num saying is going to be our image picker dot selected row in component 1, and then we're going to remove, so our saying image is going to get removed, and then we just add saying image. And let's see where we're at. By the way, I did just test this on an iPad too between the video break to just to see what was happening. Everything was actually laid out quite nicely. So it shows you the advantage of positioning things based on the width and the height of the screen. Okay, so I'll pause this while this is loading back up. Oh, actually, it might be ready to go. Okay, so here we go. All right, caption emoji. I did change that. Yeah. All right, well, at some point you're gonna have to decide whether or not you want this to be above or below the emoji. I would probably lean toward putting it in below, but obviously you can see that it's changing out the image just fine, right? So the next thing then is to add the functionality in here to move that around, like we're doing with the with the little emoji head. But yeah, I think it needs to go behind the emoji image. So let's see. Inside of our image container, we're gonna say add subview. Now we're gonna go insert subview, and then we're gonna want to put below subview the emoji image. Okay, so that should take care of that. So I mentioned this a while back. What we're going to want to do is have a UI image variable in here that is just going to be dedicated to kind of at different times be equaling the same instance as the emoji image or the saying image, right? So we're going to put in here var, and this is going to be image to transform. This will be UI image view. And then we're going to come down into back where we were just a moment ago, actually. The picker view did select row. All right. So if you're sitting there toggling the emoji column or the sayings column, what we'll do is make image to transform equal the emoji image, or image to transform is going to equal our saying image, right? And then what we're going to do is go into code like this, right? Our panned view, and replace out things like this. Emoji image, you know, this will now end up being our image to transform. It only kind of gets tricky when you know, we need to come over here and save to the defaults, because we'll have to test whether or not that image equals the emoji image or the saying image, and then of course you know, when we save our key for it, that's going to be a little bit different. But let's go and just dive right in. So we're going to say image to transform is going to equal okay. And you know what? I do want to test this kind of early on, but I think I need to set up the by default, set it up so that the image to transform is going to be that emoji image just by default. So when we first go into our, when we call set up emoji mode, after we do all these things, let's just make it so that image to transform is going to equal emoji image. That way we don't have to toggle one of those columns to test this out. So yeah, let's give it a quick little shot. Okay. So I'll move, and just by the very fact that I'm actually able to move that thing, that's a good sign. Let's toggle this, and then, yep, sure enough. So you can see, like, going back and forth, I'm able to, you know, move one or the other. Okay. So then go back down here to your panned view, and when the sender.state, okay, so what we want to do is check emoji location. All right, so we're just putting together that string, and yeah, we're going to put in here then image to transform, print. We don't really need to see that anymore. Okay, so then it's in these defaults, so we want to do that little test. So we're going to see if image transform equals our emoji image, then what we're going to do is save the defaults with this little part in the front. And I'm going to put an else statement in here, or else if. I could get away with an else statement, but just kind of really want to make sure it equals that saying image. And in which case, then it's our sayings array with selected num saying for the location. And, you know, so there's no confusion. Let's just change this to the location, right? And then we'll put in there the location. Okay, so yeah, yet another thing we should probably test right away to make sure that's actually working. All right, so let's caption this emoji guy. Okay, so we're going to move him around. Let's put him in the top left, and we'll take this image, put it in the bottom right. Send your creation. Okay, so close that out, and then let's go to caption emoji. All right, that's a good sign. So those are going to their appropriate slots. Okay, so the next bit of trickery then would have to do with the slider. So when our slider value changes, oh goodness, what we're gonna do here is, yeah, we could probably, so you know what? It'll probably just be a big old if statement. So we'll say if image to transform equals our emoji image, then we do that. All right. So bump all this out a little bit just to make it look nice and pretty. And then the same thing will be true over here if, oh, duh. There we go. If that equals that. All right. And then this will become an else if statement. Else if equals our saying image. And I think we could probably copy this part, right? Okay. Go through here. This will become our saying image. All right. And let's do the same thing down this way. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Else if image to transform equals our saying image. So saying image. And let's come back over here and just copy this. See, not too hard once you've done it once. I'm almost kind of brainlessly doing this right now, so hopefully I didn't miss anything. And what's the complaint here? Probably I need to put a space between that. Okay, well, I think we can try it out. You know, one thing we'll need to do, now I'm thinking about it, but it's not a big deal, is when we set up that slider, when we move around inside of here, we're going to want to reset the value of this based on whether or not it's this one or this one. But let's at least give it a little test here. Okay, well that's not a good. Oh, it did actually move, didn't it? All right, that's the scale. Let's make sure rotate's still rotating. Okay, and then I'll change this around. Okay, so okay, that's working. It's gonna annoy me that this is so big. Put that back down. Okay. Go over to here. Move it this way. Rotate it. Yeah, it definitely helps if that slider goes back to the position it should. But let's see, is it scaling okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. I think it's working. Okay, so go ahead and jump yourself over to either setup rotate mode or setup scale mode. And then what we're going to want to do is put in here if image to transform again equals our emoji image. Then that means that the slider is going to go to these values. So again, just copy that up to over here. Again, put it over this way. All right, and then of course, else if. Again, you could get away with an else statement, but then, what if you wanted to add a third image or something like that down the road? All right, so then we're just going to paste this inside of here. Yet again, this becomes a sayings array. Kind of kicking myself for making that plural because I have to remember it every time now. And then this is going to be right here. Okay, and then the slider is going to go to that. All right, I think we got that one. And then yet again, else if. That is our saying image. Sayings array. Selected num saying. Paste that in. And yes, one more thing to check, right? At some point, I should actually build this on my phone, right? Okay, so now let's go and so rotate that. And then what I want to check then would be, so if I go over here to this guy, oh wait, did that. Okay, so I'll put his rotation over there. Oh, well, you know what? It's already, see, it's staying in. So we're not, basically what I'm getting at is we're not switching out of this rotation mode. So it's not, yeah, there it is doing it, right? But what we're going to need to do then is kind of, anytime we switch one of these guys around, basically kind of reset up our scale mode or whatever mode that we're in for that. Okay, so that's, yep, this is what we test. So what we'll do is if we did select a row on either our emoji or component column, we're just going to put in here, and you know what, we could probably just write a function for this real fast. Function reset scale. Let's just put in here reset mode. So we'll say if current mode equals dot rotate, else if current mode equals dot scale, we're going to say set up scale mode. And again, this is one of those reasons you put things in functions so you can easily call them again. And then, so we'll say reset mode, and let's see what happens. Okay, caption our emoji. All right, now keep in mind I do need to get into one of these modes first. All right, so I'm going to rotate this guy around, or set it to rotate mode, right? And then, okay. Let's set this back. I mean, obviously, set to like right here. Okay, everybody remember it's right there. And, okay, all right, so now, sure enough, it did go back over to there. And it's toggling back over to that side. So that's certainly seems like it's now working, right? Good deal. Great. Upside down. There we go. Okay, let's come back more in another video.